Hey, I'm Emma Upton, and this is the map to the real thing, the strategy you've been starving for. If you've done all the work, the therapy, the mindset, the branding courses, but it still can't seem to find a way to bring your real work into something clear, something tangible, something fully alive, this series is for you. I built my thing from the depths of an anxious, overthinking hole with brand new baby twins, a husband who worked away, and a full time job as a school teacher. It made zero logical sense, but somehow it worked. I hacked the system and now I'm handing you the map because the truth is, your thing isn't missing, it's just misunderstood. And in this series, I'm walking you through the exact process I use with women who can do everything with their eyes closed on 3 hours sleep and still outperform everyone around them, but who are tired, who need a hug, and who refuse to let their dreams die. This is how you take that whisper of a thing, the actual thing you're here to do, and turn it into something real with wings, with roots, with renaissance, and with wild results like making £10,000 in the first month of monetizing my work. What? It's real strategy, but it also starts with you. And if you're listening in real time, I've opened up a handful of free map portal spaces so you can actually do this one-to-one with me, having the time of our lives. The link is in the show notes, but for now, let's drop into today's episode. If you are asking for more and you keep running into challenges, that is a sign that you are stepping towards the direction you are being called into. And it sounds counter, doesn't it? It sounds like the opposite. And it's really easy to take it as these brick walls that we keep and the frustrations and the difficulties that we're running into as markers of, oh, well, it's not working, it's not right. When actually it is saying everything is screaming to you, run in that direction. Now, sometimes it's very seldom, this is what I found, it's very seldom that actually it is a really dangerous situation and you should, but that you can figure that out because you're a sensible ass human. In the main, if things are getting challenging, it's because you're brushing up and pushing up against the moreness that you're here for. The more that you're here for doesn't exist right now in this moment, or else you'd be in gratitude, and it just would be. It just is. So if you're pushing up against something and you're getting resistance back, what you're actually being called to do is create a spark, because the spark makes the fire. The fire is then able to burn away all the heaviness and anything that isn't for you. And then what is left is your gold. It's the alchemy process. Now, the brain resists this. The brain outrightly says, well, I need to know what. I need to know what, I need to know why, I need to understand why this is happening to me, why I keep coming up against these brick walls, what these brick walls mean. And that is what I call the dragon called resistance. If your dragon is loud and it's very clearly saying, no, I can't move forward in this until I understand what it's asking me to do, and you know what you need to do. And even if you don't, play pretend in the middle if you need to. That dragon called resistance will be loud and it will be saying don't. And what I love to imagine, because metaphors help me massively, is imagine that you have this garden, you were born with this plot of land and it's yours, and whatever you experience with throughout your life is what you plant within that garden. Now, you have got some glorious flowers. Maybe you've just got one. Maybe there's one person in your life that were like, they're the only one that got me. And you've just got this one sunflower in the middle and the rest is weeds. Maybe you're luckier than most and you have a few beautiful flowers. Maybe you've been working really hard to go find different pastures where they have got the most radiant flowers blooming, and you've been actively and intentionally collecting and taking cuttings and learning how to take that cutting and harbor it. I mean, like, how do I keep this alive so that I can actually have this in my garden, which is what I spend all of my life doing. What also exists inside that garden are weeds. And your plot is limited. Just pretend, even though that you're made of the universe, and that is endless and that is true. But just for the sake of this metaphor, imagine that this plot of land is limited and you are only able to plant your flowers within a finite space. What happens if you've been through your human experience and you've collected weeds along the way, or you haven't tended to your garden because life and being busy and trying to live inside capitalism is nuts? So you haven't tended to your garden as often and as thoroughly as you should. So the weeds have got pretty out of hand. Would you be concerning yourself going up to each weed and saying, I definitely need to figure out exactly what type of weed this is, what the name of this weed is, what situations it thrives in, you wouldn't give a shit. You wouldn't even care if it's a weed or not. If it's something that you do not want in your garden, if it is tangled, if it is thorny, if it is thistly, if it is causing you discomfort, even though there's so much of it in the idea of going in and ripping it off, you're going to cut your hands. You're not deliberating, do I want it there or not? You're like, let me get it out. I want room to plant more of the stuff that I do want. So this helps me because all of a sudden, those things that I know that are in front of me, and I can see my dragon called Resistance, who wants to understand everything. It's one of my greatest gifts and one of my biggest nuisances, is a mind that thinks it's in control and needs to know the outcome of everything or else it can't happen. Saying to myself, what if I look at this like it's my garden and I've recognized this weed and I've recognized that my brain is saying, no, you need to figure out the weed before you rip it out. And what if I say, do I or do I give myself permission to seek out ways to rip that motherfucker straight out of the ground and be done with it, no matter what it's called, no matter who planted it there, no matter how long it's been there, no matter how it got rooted there, no matter any of the things, just I don't want it there anymore. I want it out. This is what we do in my work. You've got to want to get rid of the weeds. I'm not saying you need to know how to do it. What I'm saying is you have to be able to recognize that your brain doesn't want to willingly just let you cull the weeds so you can plant the flowers. It wants to hold on to the weeds, being like, oh, we'll just kind of plant the flowers around. It's like, why? How? We're all suffocating. Nothing is thriving. We're all dying slowly. It's horrible. When actually you get to identify, you get to rip it out, and you get to plant the shit that you actually want to plant. If that sounds like your jam on toast, name the thing, find the thing. They are right up your street. I've got some really cool freebies that I can give you if you're like, Emma. Yeah, so message me over at More Than This by Emma Upton and I can send you some cool stuff. Hope that's helpful. Yes to planting flowers, but mainly yes to ripping that shit up without caring what its name is. Hope it's helpful. Much love. So if this episode hits something in you, if you're nodding along like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for, here's what I want you to know. This is the first spark. And right now I'm on a mission for the rest of 2025, which isn't as far away as you think, to help 100 women bring their thing into life. Not just an idea, but something real, something tangible, something with wings. Right now I've cleared the space. And just like my 4-part process has shown me, I'm all in with this right now. So I'm offering these 1-hour map portal sessions for free. It's me and you for an hour. Naming the thing, finding what's been in the way, and you're going to exhale and go, okay, that's it. Mapping exactly how it wants to live inside the world so that you know where to focus your energies to make it really real in the easiest possible way. If that sounds terrifying and delicious all at once, the portal link is in the show note details. Fill it in. I'll read every word and I'll get back to you personally after the session. Let's actually begin. I can't wait to see you there.